as it relates to public trust. That's why I'm speaking today on Rowan's platform, and I appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to do so, because it is only one-sided narratives out there, and I want the world to know my heart and my passion for community, because I don't know nobody that would sit in a seat, take all the smoke that I take, be in the fire, and still keep pushing. A lot of people would have quit. A lot of people would have did worse off things than this.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know already, Keith Freeman is the informant. You know what I'm saying? For the entire Tiffany Henyard situation, Keith Freeman is that guy who is quote unquote cooperating with the rest of the staff. And Tiffany, listen, she went dormant. She went hiding. Things are getting out of hand for Tiffany, and I think she really understands that things are not looking very good for her. And she might actually, you got defense attorneys, high-level defense attorneys, and what do you think is happening? The village is paying for that shit. Go big or go home. That's what Tiffany said. But anyways, we have Kiana Belcher out here on her ass. And there's little small things that she's going to point out. She went on the Ronald Martin show? Shout out the Ronald Martin show. She went on the Ronald Martin show and pretty much explained the certain time periods where she's like, yeah, remember I said there were checks here? And remember I said things weren't getting paid and we needed to pay them? And she kind of lays out the breadcrumbs. So I find it interesting that Tiffany Henyard went on the show and now her biggest rival, Miss Belcher, shows up to stomp out all the fucking claims. Hilarious.
Joining us right now is Kiana Belcher. She is a trustee for the city of Dalton. Trustee Belcher, glad to have you here. So, all right. So this report, was it delivered in the council meeting, or was it delivered in this secondary council meeting y'all have because Henyard controls the actual council meeting?
The report was delivered in a special board meeting. A special board meeting, as long as it's called by 3 trustees and we have a quorum, we can move forward with conducting business. So it was sent to every member of the board, and it was a special board meeting held at the Dalton Park District because, once again, we have been locked out the Village Hall.
Imagine being locked out the Village Hall. I don't know what she means by that. I heard she's been changing locks again. Henyard loves the locks, apparently. She probably has a locksmith on speed. She does have a locksmith on speed dial. You think she don't got her locksmith? Her personal locksmith that comes through, and yeah, he probably makes $50,000 a year on Tiffany. He probably makes a good set. I mean, he got Tiffany's the side job for the locksmith, probably. He'd be coming out there so much. She slung him a couple $1,000s just because she fucks with him, Love, bro. Crazy. Locked out of Village Hall, so they have to actually create their own meeting or, call a quorum somewhere else. That's why the building looked a little different. How's that? And I just thought it was the investigation, so maybe Lightfoot wanted to do it at another location. No. Henyard was not having it, and it still happened, obviously.
So you had a surplus, now you're in a deficit. What the hell is her response?
Right now, we don't have a response from her. If you've been watching or anybody has been watching over the last 3 years, we've been requesting information. We've been locked out of our My Viewpoint, which is the accounting for transparency of where invoices and receipts go. We kind of had an idea that we were in bad shape, but to see those numbers revealed last night was gut punching. It was sickening, and it just was a hard pill to swallow that a group of people have put us in this financial debt.
Say a group of people, when she was on this show, she claimed she knew nothing about this foundation. Then we found out that everybody who was tied to it had a direct relationship with her. One guy worked for the city as well as for the township. He's been indicted by the feds.
And they're talking about the one and only Keith Freeman. And what did she say? I don't know day to day. I don't do day-to-day. We don't do day-to-day. Even in her deposition, day-to-day probably starts sounding repetitive because she always says, I don't do day-to-day. Ma'am. And then later on, she enforces, I'm the mayor. I take care of day-to-day, okay? You wouldn't know, but I'm always on the down floor. See, I'm always awake when y'all are sleeping. I take care. So she contradicts the living shit out of herself. And everybody knows the mayor, at the end of the day, it's like a captain on a ship. When everything goes wrong, you gotta kind of look the fuck up and see who was running that shit. Come on, bro.
So, I mean, what does that tell you that she will brazenly lie like that?
Absolutely. She has been lying to the residents all the time. She's a recalled mayor. She has been recalled. She kept promising things to people. She was doing things without board approval. Saying that there was a $6.8 million grant and all these grants was coming when we knew that, we had an idea that none of those funds had been deposited in the account. She's a habitual liar. She can't help herself.
When you say that she's been recalled, what does that mean?
The village of Dalton went through a recall process at election in 2022, and the residents recalled her to try to put her out of her seat.
Okay, that was in 2022. This is 2024. Yes. What happened? Was it a new election supposed to be scheduled?
Our next election is not until February of 2025. So she was able to retain her seat as the elected mayor until her term is up.
How? But she was recalled. I'm confused.
The judicial system sometimes doesn't work in our favor. They said it was based on the technicality that you couldn't place a recall and the mechanism and recalling her at the same time. But it was obviously obvious that the citizens wanted her gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she always says,
so she hasn't
and that's illegal. You try to recall me, and that's illegal. No, it's called a fucking technicality. And she probably has really good lawyers. You know why? Because she spends all the money for it. She's the definition of no brains and all the brains surrounding her. Because, like, honestly, listen, do you think those lawyers give a fuck about her well-being? They know she's going to crash and burn. But that's a check nonetheless, bro. Do you think they give a fuck where that money's coming from? At the end of the day, at the very end of the day, they're going to keep that money because they did a job and they were paid. What are they going to do? Be like, oh, she was a bad person, so we didn't work for her. No. They're just watching the shit show go on so they have more shit to fight for. That's what they do. So, but the brains on this one, kids, severely lacking.
Responded to this report about Mayor Lightfoot. First of all, the report by Lightfoot, that's been paid by the city of Dalton, correct?
That will be, yes, that's correct.
Okay. So she's offered no response thus far, huh?
No. And what amazes me is that on Monday's meeting, while we had discussions about laying people off, because since we have been getting some contact with the CPA, which they were at one point not giving us information, they were saying we had to do hard cuts. We had to cut back on spending. We made provisions to get the spending for the credit card froze. We put a limit on it. So we have started taking actions to try to stop some of this bleeding. But she came to the meeting with 2 federal criminal attorneys. So if you're not doing anything wrong, why would you be coming to a municipal meeting with federal attorneys?
No, exactly. It's almost like this video I posted of, I don't know if it relates, but I was just watching it again. This little chomo, the guy who likes to touch kids, and he tried to take this girl into a bathroom, and they caught him. And then the first thing he said was, "Did the cameras see anything? Did the cameras catch anything?" Like a fucking moron. You know what I mean? Guilty. I don't even need to take you to trial. You're guilty. She's doing the same thing. Like, she's showing up. And she's like, well, I got my lawyers for the crime I committed. Well, I got my criminal defense attorneys for the crime I committed. She's telling you that, yeah, I'm guilty and I'm going to win this. Public opinion doesn't actually put you in jail. So she said, yeah, okay. In my opinion, she's like, yeah, okay. I'm admitting it, but I'm not. I'm going to fight it and I'm going to win. I don't know. All I can say is she is prepared for the feds now. She has some type of response to it, and that's those guys. Will she be able to continue to pay them? I don't know, but we'll see.
So what's next?
The preliminary, this was a preliminary report, so there's more work to be done from Mayor Lightfoot, and then all of the information will be the information that have been turned over to higher authorities, and we're looking to see if there's anything criminally that we can move forward with pressing charges.
All right, then. Well, Trustee Belcher, we appreciate it. Keep us updated.
Thank you so much for having me, Roland.
All right, thanks so much.
We talk about black.
You know, shout out Mr. Roland Martin. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's not looking good. And Tiffany, basically, I feel like she's just on the defense at this point. Here's some more context of what she was talking about from the meeting that took place. Look at the background. Look at where everybody's at. It's a different spot. And let's. This is when Kiana pretty much like addressed the people. And you know how she do it. You know, but this is where she reveals the key information that she's been saying this stuff and nobody's been listening. You know, even I was taking her as the disgruntled employee for a minute. Like, okay, maybe she just hates Henyard. But no, there's a reason for it. There, you know, I'm not saying she hates her now. I'm just saying there's a reason for the way she acts.
Y'all know it took everything in my soul to sit here and stomach this report. As we've been saying, and I'm going to refer back to Trustee Norwood, anybody that has watched the meetings, I said the checks that's sitting on the desk that ain't been cashed. Nobody has to come to a board meeting and tell a lie about anything. It's common sense. It's simple multiplication. When you have people emailing you every day about their invoices and payments. This goes as far back of June 9, 2022. It's sad. It's sickening. People came last month when we got our tax bills in an uproar about the tax. Can y'all imagine when we do take initiative to even start straightening this out, how our tax bill is going to look? That $6.8 million didn't never come. And it was spent before
It came.
deposited.
It was a joke. I remember, and she was talking about, yeah, we got the grant and this and that, and so pay the bills, pay the bills. Why aren't we paying the people? Then she's riling up the people who aren't getting paid. Pay the bills. Look at him. He has a family. You want his family to starve? This lady's really a grade A piece of shit.
Math. $6.1 million in checks sitting somewhere. $40,000 at Amazon. What a slap in the face to everybody that reside in 60419 zip code. The meeting and Mayor Lightfoot, I'm so grateful for this information that you provided, because it takes somebody else to come in to show that we've been trying to stop this, and we've been doing minimal damage. So could you have imagined if we just sat up there and approved everything that was going on? Because she gonna ride off in her BMW and we'll still be here stuck.
No, see, that's the plan, though. That's the plan. Get through unscathed. But the thing is, she started wilding out too early. You want to get through your 2 terms unscathed, you can't act like this. Crazy. And I mean, that was the whole plan. She doesn't give a fuck about community. Oh, I care about community. Oh, I care about the families. Girl, you don't give a fuck about nobody but your family and your community of 30 people, you know? She don't give a fuck about nobody else. She don't care. She's the worst person to be mayor. A mayor is supposed to be for the people, right? Care about your community. Man, listen, all she knows is she has the stamp that she was from there. She don't give a fuck about none of these people.
We have been financially raped. And when people rape people, they get anything they deserve. I'm just going to say what I've been saying for months and months and months. The bag been empty in 2022. The bag, it was never anything in the bag. And you still continue to say, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying. Here is proof for everyone to see, and even the ones who doubt us. If you don't see through this, it's nothing I can say to you. Even last week, sitting with Mayor Lightfoot, it's a punch in the gut. As the lady said from out of town, you've been hoodwinked, you've been bamboozled.
Led astray.
Led astray. All of that. And for a person to sit there and constantly lie, lie, lie. Every board meeting, I don't say much because I just can't see how the girl tell all them lies like that. It's unbelievable for a person to say that and for people to believe. So we thank God for Mayor Lightfoot's being here today, her presentation. Now, if this doesn't open up the eyes to these residents and let us know what as we say, the black jobs mean black vote. Everybody tell somebody. February of 2025,
go vote.
Clean house. Clean house. You got to. This is just unbelievable. I mean, to even sit here, even though I said last week, it's a stomach ache. I've been punched all over tonight. It's ridiculous to see how our tax dollars have been recklessly spent by this young lady. So definitely.
I like how she points out by this young lady. Like, she don't even know what the fuck she doing. This is a youngin' out here trying to be Miss Cool Super Mayor. You know, like, come on now, ma'am. Let the big dogs do this shit. It's crazy, bro. But anyways, that was pretty much Henyard. Henyard's bum ass. We're going to keep a very close eye on it because, trust me, there's going to be a lot more to come. There's still a lot more meetings and a lot more breadcrumbs that prove these things now. So now when you go back, it's like, see, remember that? When that one time happened and they were trying to push that one budget? And what total was that? What were they doing? It all starts to make sense. And just wait till part 2 of this report comes out because it's coming. Oh, it's coming. And it's a lot more. It's going to start to be redundant the second time. That's what I predict. There's going to be redundancy in the second report of just, oh, this was stolen. Oh, this was stolen. Oh, this was used for that. Oh, this was used for that. Let's see if she could actually get her ass out of this. We'll see. But anyways, folks, I love you guys. I'm going to see you in the next one. Stay inside and stay safe. I'm out of here.